talk about this. Sometimes we find when we sit down with our team and we do this, they're not sure. It's like, it's a challenge for them. We challenge our team. How many do you have them make in each category? We're going to come up with a realistic plan for you guys today, but how many do you have them come up with in each category?
I like 20 to 50, but here's my trick. I like them not putting their pen down, so they just create a circle on their corner of their page, and then they just keep writing, because generally it's the bottom ones that you can't even think of that really are your goals and in your vision for what you want to be.
Okay, so why don't you just give some examples of like maybe some of the things that we had, or we're going to give some examples of some of the things that we find that some people on the team have.
Yeah, and these are actually taken from that book, so it's quite interesting. So under the B category, these are some examples. We wanted to be stay-at-home parents, and it took a while, maybe 14 more years before we actually had Augie. So, but we wanted, that was on our goal. Okay, we wanted to be a valued mentor, leader in the company or in life. We also wanted to be corporate speakers, so if that resonates with you. We wanted to be able to volunteer or support our kids' functions at school, and we can do that today, but that's what we put way back when, 2002. And then also Amber wanted to be a yoga
I wanted to be a yoga instructor, but not for the money, because you guys, it's just, you know, like I loved fitness, and Jason and I always wanted to kind of be in the fitness and nutrition industry, but I was like, I'm going to go broke if I'm a yoga instructor for the rest of my life. So I wanted to be able to teach yoga like for fun and enjoyment, not necessarily to earn a living.
And this one was a big one for us. We wanted to be able to live where we wanted to, because our corporate structure possibly limited that where we were at. So we wanted to be live where we wanted to go. And then also we wanted to be financially responsible or free, whatever that number is for you. Again, Amber talked about it. Sorry.
Jason just keeps, you know, poking.
This is going to be a physical experience, okay?
All right.
But we want to be financially responsible or free, but we wanted to be clear. We didn't want to talk about being debt-free, because we didn't want to talk about debt. So be specific and determine how much money that you want or slash.
Yeah, because if you're debt-free, you guys imagine this. If you're debt-free and you go get groceries and you go home and you open up your bank account and it says 0, you're debt-free, right? But I'm thinking you might not want 0 in the bank account. You might want more. So instead of saying debt-free, just say exactly like what it is that you might like to have. Okay. Okay, next category. What is it that you want to do? This one, Jason and I were reflecting on this the other day. And the number one thing that Jason and I wanted to do was travel. We love to travel. And I look at this, it says travel to, and we had listed, you guys, this is in 2002. We had listed 24 places in 2002 that we wanted to travel to. Now, some of them you guys were like Disney World. One of them on here was the Black Hills, and Jason and I just took Augie on a little trip, and we stopped at Brad and Pam's for, you know, some time and visited with them on the way. But we just went to the Black Hills for the first time. So I was like, okay, cross that one off the list.
Thank you, Don and Deanna.
And then one of them was a cruise. At this time, we'd never been on a cruise. And our first cruise was with a North American Herbalife vacation qualification. So many of these things, you guys, are things like, I mean, the Grand Canyon. We still haven't been to the Grand Canyon. So that was one of the things we wanted to do. And if you guys love to travel, instead of writing just, I want to travel, list some space. Yeah, and Jason and I listed some places that like we would want to go together, some places we'd want to bring Augie. And then we even have a list of places that we'd love to do like mission trips and volunteer on here as well.
Exactly.
Okay. Other things were, oh, Jason thinks this one is funny. What did I have on the list? I had this on the list from 2002.
Cooking classes.
You would love.
I would love that. And I would gladly taste test for you all anytime.
Yeah, still on the list. Okay. Go to the Olympics was one thing that's on our list. Pay off our student loans was something that was on our list. Go to golf, maybe hire like a golf pro or to learn how to golf. I think golf is.
I knew how to.
Actually, Jason grew up golfing. I did not. I grew up playing softball. And if you ever see me golf, I swing the club like it's a baseball bat.
But when you hit it,
look. But when I hit it, it's good. Okay, and then garden. I love to garden. I love flowers. I would love someday to have some sort of like greenhouse, but I don't today. But I'm going to keep it on the list. Those are things I would love to do. Is take the time to garden. Okay, have is the third category. We're still on what's your desired lifestyle. Now, I do find, Jace, that have is the category that everybody thinks about.
Yeah.
Okay, so do your B list or your do list first, and then you could talk about what we'd like to have.
And just some of them to open up the conversation is number one, freedom. Again, this was top on our list because corporate America, we didn't have that at that. So it's super freeing to give that, you know, a chance to what could it be without corporate America. We wanted that big Herbalife office. Happy to say we have one upstairs with 2 desks and we look and work together. So it's kind of cool. We don't hit each other. You know, and this might be for you guys.
You should say we don't bump into each other.
Bump into each other. But this may be some, maybe you wanted a certain car, maybe you want a certain boat, maybe a house, and get that picture, or walk through on Sunday open houses. We love to do that. Just
That's
walk
dangerous.
through houses. It is dangerous, because be careful what you really manifest there. But Amber wanted a little bit of a.
Okay, this is really funny. I wanted a yoga room in the house, versus like a yoga mat in the living room, which is great as well. But I'd love to have like a little yoga room in the house. But just for the sake of this. Which is a full-on, like, I don't know, gym. Like a full-on gym. Like you pay a membership to go to the gym. Yes, Jason would like that in his garage. It's going to remain on the list in the book.
It's still there. We're gonna. And then finally, big one for us was time flexibility, not freedom. We wanted to work, but we wanted to have the flexibility to work and go wherever.
Okay, we're complete with step 1, which is what is your desired lifestyle. Okay, so let's go into step 2. You guys ready? You grab a new piece of paper. Step 2, grab a new piece of paper is, well, how much income does that require per month? Okay, so I want to share with you guys, one of the things that we did is we made these incremental goals. Okay, so sometimes you want a certain dollar amount per month to pay a car payment or pay a house payment, right? So incremental goals. Like I know sometimes you guys might see higher pin levels, and I don't know that your first goal maybe should be the highest pin level possible, right? So what Jason and I did was, we were like, okay, well, how much are we currently earning? And then how much would it take to replace one income? So that was our first goal. Like, well, how much would it take to replace one income? Does that make sense? That was our first incremental goal. Then our second incremental goal was, well, then how much would it take to replace 2 incomes? I don't know how long that's going to take, but if we're just going to list it, well, how much would it take to replace 2 incomes? And then we had this like long-term plan goal, which was Chairman's Club, right? But we kind of listed how much income does it require per month, right? Then we just listed like 3 separate incremental goals.
Exactly.
Okay.
So once you have that number and be clear with that, what is that number? Then step 3. So we're on to step 3 on your paper. So what level in the marketing plan would that put you at? So if you're not sure, you can go to Herbalife.com and you can look at the statement of average gross compensation to look at the different levels in the marketing plan and pick the level there. But then what we did is that we did this on the plane. We put down what we wanted to be on the plane in 2002. So do you want to share?
Okay, I want to share this all with you guys because we only hit 1 goal out of all of them, and I'm telling you, it's all perfect. It's all perfect timing, okay? So step 3, set the marketing plan goal. We wanted to achieve World Team in September of 2002. That's the only one that has the red check. We accomplished that one, okay? Our goal was Get Team in 2003. We were still World Team. Our goal was Millionaire Team in 2004. We were still World Team. Our goal was President's Team in 2006. I'm happy to report we were still World Team, okay? Our goal was Chairman's Club in 2010. By that time, we were President's Team. Okay, so you guys, we didn't hit all of them. We hit one of them, World Team September 2002. Okay, so I think I've mentioned this before, you guys. Jason and I are like, we heard it all day today too, right? We're very grounded in the products. I wouldn't live a day in the life without the products. Very grounded in personal growth, right? And then going to events. Like I don't know that I think we've missed one extravaganza, and it was because Augie. I think my due date was like over the extravaganza, the year that Augie was born. So, but you guys, you still set a goal. And if you don't achieve it, no worries, right? That's why you do your annual goal planning session. So,
and then reevaluate.
That was step 3. So you want to go on to, I'm step 4.
Yep.
Step 4, okay. Step 4, you guys, is what are you willing to give up? Okay, so this is the thing Jason and I realized. I mean, we were working maybe 70 hours a week when we were corporate America. Okay, so it's like, okay, so we're not going to quit corporate America and then just start Herbalife. So where are we going to find the time to be able to do the business and get the customers and do the personal growth, right? And go to the trainings and the events. Okay, so what are you willing to give up? So these are just things that you guys might want to consider. You guys are all going to have different things, right? We all have 24 hours in a day that you're going to fine tune to be able to find a way, right? So one of the things that we were willing to do is give up weekends, meaning like we're willing to actually work 7 days a week. Yeah. Okay, that was one thing. We did play a decent.
We're still doing it.
I know. It's funny.
That hasn't stopped.
Hasn't stopped. We still do work. Yeah, 7 days a week. Okay, so but that's because we choose and we love
For
it,
sure.
right? We love it. All right, we're in the game right now. We love it. All right, play golf. You guys, Jason and I did play a decent amount of golf when we were at corporate America.
4 or 5 times a week.
Yep, so we were willing to give up golf. Jace, you were willing to, it's a big one for Jason.
This was a very big one growing up. I gave up watching football Saturdays and Sundays. And then also I gave up weekends to go. I travel all over to watch my brother play football in college, so I gave that up as well.
We do find, Jay, like rec league sports.
Yep.
Right? I mean, we grew
That's
up
a big
in an
one
area.
that comes up in the teams that
Yeah.
people have to consider at least.
Yeah, just consider how much you're playing recreational league. And there could be many things. This is one thing. Jason's like, sleep. I was like, sleep. Yes, that is one thing. Like some people have, you guys, and again, sleep is so important, right? But then you listen to like Jim Rohn or other people, like other, leaders, and they're like, I had to like find a way. So I cut my sleep down by an hour or 2 hours to find some time to work on my goals, right?
Just sleep faster.
Yeah, Arnold. Okay, so next. So these are the 4 things, right, guys? So what's your desired lifestyle? How much money would that take? What level on the marketing plan would that be for you? And then what are you willing to give up to get there, okay? So that is the work. Those are the 4 steps for you guys. And then, Chase, talk about what we talked about, but let's go ahead and talk about what we did with this on the plane.
And you've kind of seen a little bit of that. We created a PowerPoint, and we printed it and put it in the back of our vision book. So this is our vision book, but we put it on the back from 2002. And we did that because we were living with Amber's mom and dad. So we gave up our corporate America, and then we moved back in home with 2 dogs, and we were living in the basement with mom and dad. So that's why we created it. But here, it created a practice that we still do today. We still create these books, and we'll share what else we do as well.
Okay, so in the books, you guys, I would encourage you to cut out pictures of whatever it is, that you guys might want to be, do, and have. If it represents like you being able to be at school with your kids, find a photo of that if that's possible, okay? Jason and I did have vehicles in here. I have a picture of a woman doing yoga in here. I do have a picture of the Olympics in here. Anywhere that we wanted to travel, we have those in here.
A picture of climbing a mountain.
Jason would still like to maybe climb Mount Kilimanjaro. He thinks it would be fun for me. He's like, Em, it'd be fun for us. I'm like, no, that actually would not be fun for me, but I support you if that's what you'd like to do. Okay, so I want to share with you guys 2014.
We updated.
We updated. Okay, so this is a 2014 book, and I think we didn't own a home at that time. We were moving. We were renting, yes, and so we again created another book. This is just like one of those, I don't know, scrapbook things, okay? Yep. We got some Mark Hughes on the cover. Now this is what we did with this one. Okay, I'll show you guys the front page. Has this beautiful pen. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? The beautiful founder circle pen. But we took the PowerPoints, you guys, and I'm going to share with you guys some of the things that we did the same thing. We did the same exercise. We expanded it a little bit. We added like maybe some new categories. You guys just might add some categories that fit significant things, of who you are, right? Maybe it's like family. Okay, so let's start with, we have these 2 at the top called business goals. So this is 2014. So there was a certain K level we wanted to achieve in 2014. We even have like some of our diamonds, we're like, okay, we want this person to get a diamond. We think this person could go to global expansion team. We think this person could go to 2.5 get team. I don't call them and be like, hey, Brooke, I think this is the year that you can do this, right? So, but Brooke and Carl, Jason and I worked pretty close together. So I kind of knew what their goals were. And so we put it on the goal list.
But I think the point here is that we had plans we put it on there. We had a plan of action with each one. We just didn't throw it on there. Yeah. We definitely created plans.
Okay, Jason, you wanted to do this?
Yes, I was riding for a Leadville 100, and out of this bike shop, I wanted 20 clients, and I wanted 5 new preferred members out of there. So I really wanted those, I wanted to work.
And benchmarks. The idea was for the 2 of us to create benchmarks. For sure. Yeah. And you guys, we were 30K at this time, 30K 2 diamond when we created this list, okay? So some other business goals were we wanted to qualify for Hawaii, the North American vacation, as 5-star qualifiers. We wanted, it says 27 people in our organization to qualify for the North American vacation. Right. So it might be something for you guys to consider. It's like, okay, I want 1 person in my downline to qualify for the Atlantis Bahamas vacation, or I want 5 people in my downline to be able to qualify. And then it helps you guys do the work to support them in qualifying for the North American vacation. We had identified how many people we wanted at the extravaganza, the April LEW, and the October LEW, how many people we wanted in attendance.
Creating momentum into that.
Okay, a few things, you guys. We had finance goals, like how much income did we actually want to create. We even have on here, how much are we donating each month to the Herbalife, it's at our Herbalife Nutrition Foundation. So one thing that Jason and I do, you guys, which is so awesome to see this weekend, all of the HNF rally, right? All the money you guys are contributing and donating for HNF. But one thing that Jason and I do and have done for years is we have it taken right out of our royalty check, okay? So then it's just, we just don't ever miss a month. Okay, what else? We have personal growth and health goals, okay? And Jason thinks this one is very funny. It is kind of funny. So I'm telling you guys, in 2014, I will tell you, in 2014, we didn't have a baby, and all of a sudden in 2015 we had a baby.
Oh,
so
it worked.
This one is called romance, fun, and recreation goals. So I'm telling you guys, if you're workers, leave life, it's sometimes important to like build in some fun. Yeah. Okay. So the first one is probably not appropriate for me to share on Zoom.
Message me, I'll let you know what it is.
The second one does say, this is funny. It says date night hyphen 1 time per month after the budget meeting. So apparently we did the budget meeting and we worked first.
We've upgraded that. Now we call it the family planning session each week, so people think we're planning babies and everything.
Yeah, that's not what it sounds like. Okay, but Jason, you had that on here.
Ride Leadville, August 9th, did that.
I had like a yoga retreat on here. It even says go bowling and go mini golfing, right? So even some of the other things that we put on here.
You could get so busy in the grind that we really wanted to focus our attention on being with each other, maybe outside of business.
Yeah, because you guys, when you're working like this, and then you have spouses, if some of you guys work with your spouses, we have plenty of people on our team that don't, but we do have plenty that do. Sometimes it's like, okay, we're out and we're just talking Herbalife all the time. And we love it. So actually we do talk it a lot because that's kind of what we do. Okay, this is what we do now, you guys. We create posters, okay? Because we actually live here kind of, and we have a home. So this hangs, you guys, behind, it's in our office, right? So I make these on like one of those websites, like a photo book website. It's a poster, it holds 35 photos. So we had the frame made, and then you guys, all we do is we upgrade the poster. So like each year we do our annual planning goal setting session. We're like, okay, like what do we want on the list this year? And then this is what Jason does.
I take the same poster and I actually frame it and put it in the gym. So when I'm working out, I can see the same vision board, as well as what I do is I'll X out what we mark off. So I can see our accomplishing of goals as we go. And as I was riding my bike this morning, I saw a few that I have to X out. So we got
German club pin.
I got to X that up.
You got to put a new pin on there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we do now, you guys, is we upgrade it to have a poster. And then we like, okay, is it time to upgrade the poster?
And we do that through our annual, we always have an annual goal setting session, generally around January 1st each year to keep us on track. Okay, we review that quarterly to see where we're at. Amber thinks this is funny because for a long time I had, you want to share?
Yeah, and some of you guys know this because I would videotape it to hold Jason accountable, thinking it would support him in his accountability, and it didn't work. Jason, so like our Sunday morning family planning sessions, you guys. Jason, I always get an update on like the family and Augie and the house and the business. We do our little meeting. And I'm telling you, for, I don't know, a really long time, every Sunday I was like, oh, is the dentist still on your list, Jay? He's like, yeah, dentist is still on my list.
I've been there how many times this year?
This year he's been 3 times.
I'm on it.
You might want to question why he had to go 3 times and it's only July 18th. But nonetheless, he's been there 3 times.
Those are details.
Okay, so.
We still create the PowerPoints each year. Again, we want to stress, many times we don't reach our goals all the time. So that's great. We reevaluate to see if we want to keep them on there because we do the same exercise every year. Okay? So some days we smash the goal, some years it's like a drought. And then we reevaluate if we want to keep that goal. Sometimes our minds and our values change. Yep. There's a couple here. Amber.
Oh my gosh, this is good. I was looking at this.
As we were looking through this.
I have this like enormous grandfather clock in there. I was like, okay, I don't know what, I mean, there are people on the planet that still love the big grandfather clocks. You guys, how old was I? I was probably like 27 or 28 years old, and I put a big, huge grandfather clock on my goal list.
Now she has the old man clock, meaning me. So she's asked me what time it is. So we got that covered.
Okay, but I changed my mind. I'm not excited about a grandfather clock anymore. And then we were looking at this the other day, and out falls this like, I don't know. You go ahead, Jay.
The picture of this motorcycle, it was called a big dog pit bull motorcycle. Now, maybe some of you want one of those. Fantastic. At one point, I wanted one of those, never got one, and probably will not get one, but I wanted one of those.
I'm just going to save it because we cut it out from like Auto Trader or something.
I was ready. I was ready. So our lives have changed.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you ever had a motorcycle?
Never. I grew up on one. But.
don't think that needs to remain on the goal list anymore either, right? So sometimes we as humans change, and it's okay to like go, okay, that's not my interest anymore, right? Okay, so you guys, remember I said we're gonna start with this quote, we're gonna end with this quote, okay? Because the work is to do these 4 things, right? The 4 things are, what is my desired lifestyle? Okay, what level on the, or no, what's my desired lifestyle? How much income would that take? What level on the marketing plan would that be? And then what am I willing to give up to get there? And again, if I read you guys this quote from Harvard, again, you guys can Google it, okay? Let me just read it one more time. Let's finish with the popular quote from Harvard. As often discussed, in 1979, the Harvard survey, a class of MBA program students was asked, have you set clear written goals for your future and made plans to accomplish them? So I'm asking you guys, even Jason and I, right? I was like, okay, 2017, just a few years ago, I was like, well, no wonder we're not Chairman's Club, right? We haven't identified why we want to be Chairman's Club. We haven't identified a plan to get there, you guys. So this was our work from 2016 or 17.
We were 30K2 diamond and reevaluated.
And we were praying, right? But we really didn't have clear defined goals or action steps to achieve, you know, anything beyond there. Yes. Okay, so the study revealed 3% of the class had written goals and plans. 13% had unwritten goals, and 84% had no goals at all. 10 years later, 3% of the individuals with written goals had a higher net worth than the other 97% combined. If you guys do anything tonight, write down your goals, right? Because we love you and we want to go to 10 billion and beyond. Okay, to be exact, 13% with unwritten goals earned twice as much as the 84% with no goals, and even more incredible, the 3% with written goals and plans earned 10 times as much as all of the other ones put together. So it's a fact, people who have clear, strong written goals are far more likely to succeed than those who don't.
Even Napoleon Hill on Think and Grow Rich, he called it drifting without aim or purpose is the first cause of failure. So another way of saying that if you don't have that goal, why are you working? And as a mentor, if you're writing these down, share them with an upline, someone to hold you accountable. As when I mentor my guys, I want to know their goals, their visions, because then I can speak their language. Why are they working? Why are they getting up early? Why are they staying up late? So that I can communicate, because this is what you told me. Maybe they don't see the 20,000 3 months in a row global expansion team, but maybe they see 1 active supervisor or 2 active supervisors, so I can communicate on the spot using their goals and dreams.
Okay, guys, so tonight, okay, write down some goals. Do the 4 steps. That's all you guys need to do is the 4 steps. If you're not able to do it tonight, certainly like picture tomorrow, the extravaganza ends, you're driving home from the extravaganza, but before you walk into Monday and get into your regular routine, evaluate the 4 steps. You can make it fun and big and colorful and posters. You can put it into a book. You could just list it on paper. I was with a group of people recently and they're like, no, I got my goals on my phone. I'm like, great. Or Google Documents, right? Just
screensaver. People use it, screensavers.
Yeah, screensavers. Okay, just write it down. Make it visible, you guys. Thank you so much for the time. We're so excited to be with you guys. Happy Saturday extravaganza, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Hey guys, this is Jeff Nemechek from Cleveland, Ohio. Thank you, Amber and Jason, so much. What an honor. Wow, you guys are so, you're so personally developed. It's so inspiring. And, just a little about me. I'm going to tell my story in a minute, actually. Wow, I'm not nervous. You're nervous. Wow. I just want to give a big thanks to the corporate team and the technical, the teams, because I mean, my goodness. And this thing couldn't have been more orchestrated well. I mean, over 70,000 people on the line, just mind boggling. And I just want to give my hats off to you guys. You guys stuck it out. You could be doing a lot different things on Saturday night other than being on this call. So hats off to you. I commend you and applaud you. I'm so grateful for that. So if you guys could pull up the slides, please. There we go. Cool. So Jeff Nemechek, there's my lovely better half, Mary. If you go to the next slide. So there's my results, you guys. Wow. So, just a short 7 years ago, got started. Mary wanted to lose weight for our wedding in June of 13. I wanted nothing to do with the products. You know, I was doing what was quick, convenient, easy, you know, just like Jason said, drifting. And, you know, she was like, I want to lose this weight for the wedding. And finally her persistence wore me down. And, you know, we got in the products. For her, she lost over 30 pounds. Me, my blockhead, you know, I finally, my pride wore down. I tried the shake. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So went on to lose 9 pounds of fat, gained 12 pounds of muscle. But for me, the energy was incredible. You know, we started our business on a fit camp along Lake Erie out here in Cleveland, Ohio. And if you go to the next slide, that winter, with the excitement and energy, we grew that fit camp to over 150 participants. Next slide, please. Yeah, so I mean, you know, hard work and diligence and consistency, just like all the speakers that have shared today, they gave you all the nuggets of what you need to do, okay? That's what we did. You know, our mentors, you know, we went to that first LDW in Battle Creek, Michigan, actually. You know, we went out and they said, you know, you gotta show up to the meetings, show up to the trainings, you gotta beast the products, and you gotta work harder on yourself than anything else. And that's what we did for, gosh, for 7 years now. And so grateful to our team, Qualified President's team last year. Been on, you know, this is just a few of the vacations. You know, the company is so good that, you know, the vacations that we qualified for this year, Atlantis, that's now the one we're qualifying for next year, you know, they actually, no problem, just move the date to next year. So incredible. The vacations is why we travel. For the next slide, I'm actually going to talk about my kids in a couple of slides, but, you know, one of the reasons, I was joking with some friends earlier, one of the reasons that we do this business is the travel. And the fact that we can't travel over the last few months is we're going crazy with all these kids, and we just got a puppy. I'll show you in the next slide. But man, we can't wait to get back and be with you guys. So yeah, first extravaganza, 2013, Las Vegas, in the nosebleeds. How many of you guys can relate? You know, the new distributors on the line, I just give it up to you. Stick it out, work hard, and don't worry about your outcome. Just head down, focus, and do the plan and do everything that they said earlier today. And you guys might, you know, be a 7th extravaganza, you know, in front of 25,000 of our friends and peers, shared our story. So grateful to the company. They treat you so well. Next slide, please. The lifestyle is unbelievable. So there's just our house and our whip. You go to the next slide. There's our family. We do the business around 5 kids. Just got a puppy over COVID. Beautiful little golden retriever. If you go to the next slide. And okay, so this is, you know, we're gonna do Instagram. I can't even see that. So new to the North America region, we have Herbalife USA filters. I can't even see that. Go to the next slide, please. Okay, so your extravaganza Instagram filters, if you follow Herbalife USA on Instagram and go to your store, you can grab these filters. They're incredible. Go to the next slide, please. Actually, we're going to show a short video. To promote our regional goal. You guys, we got our bears. You know, as soon as they launch these things, I got on myherbalife.com and ordered them. Go on and get yours before they sell out. Okay, so big. Give back to the kids. You know, the company's given us so much. So as soon as they say, "Can you give back?" Yes, absolutely. So reminder, tomorrow, the virtual fit hour available for your social media posting. We just talked about that. Tomorrow is the second big day. Okay. And just like all the leadership development weekends and the STSs and the multi-day events that corporate puts on, the second day for me is the best, the personal development and really solidifying and validating everything we learned over the weekend, the emotion that we've gathered and all the notes, you know, and then just a little nugget for you, you know, all the notes you took today and that you'll take tomorrow, on Monday morning, don't throw those things in the corner. Get those things out and put them into action, okay? So important. That first 72 hours, that's why they sent it in the distributor kit. Get to work, okay? Changing lives. Okay, so the next thing, so 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is the pre-show with DJ CA killing the game, and then the training starts promptly at 12 p.m. Pacific, okay? So my East Coast friends, that's 3 p.m. Don't be late. To be early is to be on time, okay? So the next thing, the virtual Zoom wall for Gen H, you know, the party tonight. Who's got their Gen H tickets for the virtual party? I do. So, you know, you're going to log off this session and you're going to log on to the Gen H link that was sent out in your emails. Okay, cool. That's at 7 to 8. That's at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Don't be late for that. And then if you could bring up the next video for the next slide for the Gen H filter. Okay. I think we already, yeah, there we go. Cool. So yeah, these Instagram filters, corporate pulls out all the stops and gives us so much stuff that we can promote this beautiful company and our incredible businesses on social media to get more people involved in this opportunity and these products. Yeah, so we're going to end on, you know, a few bullet points. The October LDW, buy your tickets. It's free. It's on Zoom, just like this. I mean, over 70,000 of you guys on the line. Get your tickets at myherbalife.com. Register. Get them now so that you don't forget. The SKU is up there, 622V for the FSLs and 621V for the LDWs. And then lastly, but certainly not least, the help desk is available from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to help you guys out if there's any technical issues. 866-866-4744 or myherbalife.com. The virtual workout is from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific Time. And then online registration is available at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sunday. The pre-show begins at 11:30 a.m. Pacific Time, and the general session starts promptly at 12 p.m. Like I said, get your 40th anniversary bears, and let's party tonight, you guys. Have a great night. We're going to send it to Jim Rohn to close the day.
My heart's on fire. You come to me wild and wild.
Night, everybody. Sleep tight. See you a little bit later.